It's Wednesday, May 12th, and we're here on the Premier Wellness Travel Facebook page. And I'm very, very happy and pleased and honored that our very, very first guest for this series is Naomi Rose from Canyon Ranch. She is Director of Partnerships. Hello. And we connected on LinkedIn originally, I believe. And I was very excited about that because I myself, even before I was a travel designer, I visited Canyon Ranch at least twice, like once a decade almost. So I was very excited that she reached out and to be able to do this tonight with us. And welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I admired the brand for a while, and I think it's a beautiful job by planning. It's important for people to take the time and take time out of their busy schedules to do a little self-care and retreat and focus on themselves and incorporate wellness into their life. So I'm thrilled to be here. I'm excited to virtually present the Canyon Ranch experience today too.
Well, you guys have definitely led the way in terms of how this is done. You were founded in the 70s, correct?
Yes. So we were your first store in 1979 in Arizona.
That's right. And now your motto is your well way of life.
Yes. So over the years, our mission has really changed. We've always inspired to help people learn how to live younger longer and incorporate wellness into their lives. That continues today for 40 years. Of course, we've expanded quite a bit, and the brand has grown since it first opened. And I'll talk a little bit about that in our presentation. But our mission really is the same.
That's great. So since we're at Sips and Spotlights, let's first take a second and show your signature drink. It's right over here. And we posted this on Instagram. If you came early, we both have our sample drinks.
Yes.
So I didn't have any orange juice, so I substituted. I just doubled the lime. And this is one of your mocktails that you can have.
Yes. So this is a spirits-free cocktail because we don't serve spirits at our Tucson and Arizona property. We do serve wine and beer at our California or Woodside property. This is an almost keto. So it's very similar to a mojito. Has fresh mint from my garden actually. But it's actually not as alcohol. When you make a really nice drink with shrubs or fresh herbs, then you don't feel like you're missing out.
That's true. I like shrubs, and I love the title, an omosito. Is that how you pronounce it? Omosito. Yeah. I don't know who came up with that, but they earned their salary that day. It's very, very clever.
There you go.
All right, well, I'm going to let you get started. I'm going to take that down. I'm going to let you get started with your presentation because you've got a lot to share with the viewers, and we're just very, very excited to have you here. So let me turn that off. I'm going to turn off my logo, and I'm even going to take off our signs, our chyrons on the bottom. So you can go ahead and share your presentation with our audience.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay. So thanks again. As I said, I'm pleased to virtually present the Canyon Ranch experience to you today. And as Cunard mentioned, I'm the Director of Partnerships at Canyon Ranch. I love working with our travel and industry partners. And I hope to welcome some of you to our resorts one day. In this presentation, I'm going to provide an in-depth overview of the Canyon Ranch experience and talk a little bit more about our pathways, which are a more curated little service that we created. We really built with the intention of helping guide our guests through the most out of their Canyon Ranch experience. So these are especially great for first-time guests to our resorts because they really help us navigate which services best meet their needs when their goals are intention. I'm going to kick off the presentation with a bit of a brand overview, and then I'm going to go into a bit more depth about each of our destinations, and finish up the presentation with a little Q&A. So as I said, where we opened in 1979, our first wellness resort in Tucson, Arizona. And we are really the founding voice in the world of wellness. Over all these years, we've been the innovator, and we have the wisdom and expertise of really spending all this time helping guide our guests to achieve optimal health and wellness in their lives. We've really become the world's recognized leader in wellness vacations and in healthy vacation. And so as we expand and grow, obviously we've been very fortunate to receive some wonderful industry awards and we really remain true to this vision-based mission that we've had all these years that I talked about earlier of helping guide our guests really to the well way of life. We do that, and we have a really integrative team of experts on staff at our wellness resort. So we've got nutritionists, exercise physiologists, life management therapists, MDs, chiropractors, acupuncturists, and the list goes on of these wonderful wellness practitioners that we have at our resort properties, working one-on-one with guests to completely curate, customize, and personalize programs for each guest to make sure that they're meeting their goals and intentions for their stay. So, whether a guest is seeking out wellness for the first time and doesn't really know what they want to do to get healthier, and they really need a lot of guidance, to folks that have incorporated wellness into their daily lives, like they're already going to menstrual cycle, they're already eating well, they're already doing all of the things that we read in magazines that we're supposed to be doing. So for those guests, our experts will meet them where they are and really enhance their performance so that they are their peak performance. And there's just a number of ways that we can kind of meet you wherever you are on your wellness journey. To Cunard for a number of reasons, and after this last year that we've all had, taking a long pause and having a very stressful life, I think there's not really a better time to visit Cunard. Whether you want to explore a nurturing environment at our resorts or work one-on-one with a health professional that is completely masterful in stress management techniques and that sort of thing. Our resorts really provide a place for total transformation and restoration. And I think we can all agree we really need that after this last year.
We sure do.
We really run our programs under these 5 pillars. So as you can imagine, mind and spirit, fitness, nutrition, spa component, these things are very integral to having optimal wellness. One of the things that really helps our resort stand out is the fact that we have a health and performance team as well. So unlike other destination spa resorts, we actually have a full staff of MDs and master level and above practitioners that are also working with our guests. So we're board certified physicians, nurse educators. We're also headed up, our medical department headed up by the former Surgeon General of the United States, Dr. Richard Cunard. So he oversees all of our health and healing services, making sure that everything is, we're not about the trend. We are science-based, and everything's steeped in evidence and results.
I didn't know that you had one of the former Surgeon Generals. That's pretty neat.
Oh, sorry, hold on, I can't hear.
Can you hear me now?
Hold on one sec. I have to just turn up the volume. Hold on.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, I didn't realize you had a former Surgeon General there. That's pretty amazing.
Yes. Sorry, I turned down the volume. Eliminate the echo. Yes, Dr. Richard Cunard oversees our medical department, and we're very fortunate to have him on staff. He actually resides in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, he's wonderful and a pleasure to work with. Okay. So I wanted on our pathways, and these are sort of new to Cunard experience. So of a demand for guests asking for a more guided approach to their stays that really meet their goals and intentions for why they're coming to Canyon Ranch. We worked with our programming department and created these pathways, which are really kind of a bundle of services, if you will, that are totally curated for each goal and intention. So, for instance, we see a lot of guests coming to our resorts for things like lifestyle reset, which I think has been one of the most popular pathways over the last 2 months, which is probably no surprise to anyone. We are all looking for the jumpstart to healthy living. Transition purposely is a wonderful pathway to if you've gone through something like a very major life milestone, whether it be retirement or divorce or the death of a loved one, the transition purposely pathway is really helpful for it bundles services that are very helpful for that kind of transition in life. Escape to the outdoors, of course, nature is proven to be a wonderful, nurturing way to incorporate wellness into your life. And we do that. Each of our locations offers very special outdoors opportunities. So we incorporate that into those ways. And with your healthy weight is another one that has been really popular this year. Anecdotally, we've all joked that we gained the COVID-15, and we're seeing that in our guests that are coming for our healthy weight program and wanting to incorporate some more healthy options into their diet and exercise and things like that. These slides, a little bit more detail about each of those pathways. And now I'm going to get into our destinations. We have four very distinct locations that all offer a little something different. So Tucson and Lenox are immersion resort experiences that are totally all-inclusive and are really destination-based. I'll go into a little bit more detail on the following slides on those. Our Woodside property is our newest property. We opened at the end of 2019 and then closed for 2020 and have just reopened early this year. And it is just a stunning property there in Northern California on the Redwoods. And then our beautiful day spa, Canyon Ranch at the Venetian and Palazzo Resort. So this is just an amazing facility there, right off the Las Vegas Strip, with a little oasis. So I'm going to talk about each of these destinations in the following slides. Just breathe. So this is our flagship property, Canyon Ranch Tucson. This is where it all began, the Canyon Ranch brand, back in 1979. So we're located on almost 200 acres here at the base of the Santa Catalina Mountains. And as you can imagine, we enjoy a lot of sunshine here. I think something like an average of 350 days a year. And the interesting thing about where we're situated in Tucson is we're actually in sort of a desert valley at the base of the mountains, and it's quite lush and beautiful. So the entire grounds are richly landscaped with beautiful desert cactus gardens, streams, pools, and mountains. So it really creates this beautiful desert oasis, and there's a lot of water features and things like that. So the surrounding area is crisscrossed by hiking and biking trails, and we're right there in Mosquito Canyon, so we offer a wonderful hiking program. And temperatures average throughout fall and spring and winter of about 75 degrees. So it's a beautiful place to enjoy the weather and outdoor programs all year long, and just wonderful outdoor opportunities at our Tucson property. We took a little time off last year to renovate the resort. So here's some pictures of our beautiful new room. We have a very very modern spa-like feel to them. Wonderful, thoughtful amenities, as you can imagine, very spa-inspired, state-of-the-art smart features. are also featured. So you can really kind of, our guests can personalize their room to their taste. We even have a pillow menu. So we make sure that we offer a very restorative experience in our room. We also have something called the residence, which is the 1,200 square foot suite with fire pit, full kitchen, stunning views of Santa Cabin in the mountains. And this residence is part of the reserve, which is an enclave of beautiful suites. So this is a wonderful place for groups and things like that to enjoy the property together. Our resort all inclusive. So this is going to include all your accommodations, meals and snacks, approximately 35 daily activities that are just part of the daily programming, hiking and biking, wellness presentations given by our subject matter experts, as well as creative art classes and cooking classes and things like that. So it's really kind of like summer camp for adults. There's quite an extensive schedule that you get to choose from when you're at our resort. We also include a $175 daily spa allowance for each guest as well. And airport transfers are included from Cunard International Airport, and you can also fly into Phoenix Sky Harbor. You can arrange that transportation at an additional fee. Moving over to we have our beautiful resort in Massachusetts, and this spot in the Berkshires has to be one of the prettiest places I've ever had the pleasure of visiting. It's really kind of like a little storybook town. We opened this property in 10 years after our Tucson property out of a demand from our East Coast clients who loved coming out to Canyon Ranch in Tucson, but was hoping to get us a little closer to home. So our founder found this beautiful Bellefontaine mansion and renovated it and restored it to its original splendor. So as I mentioned, this is in the little town of Lenox, there in the Berkshires. It's been a popular retreat for families like Rockefellers and things like that. So you've got Edith Wharton's house down the road and some other really interesting, beautiful facilities. So it's a great place to restore. The centerpiece of this property is the beautiful Bellefontaine mansion, which is pictured there on your left. And the resort was really designed to be in harmony with the outdoors. So we have an east and west wing, and they're all actually connected by climate-controlled walkways with floors of stained glass. So one of the neat features of this property is that you can actually be walking from your room in your robe with your hot apple cider and walking all the way to the spa building, for instance, and never have to step outside or ever feel a little bit of the cold. So it's a wonderful all seasons property in that respect. We have our amazing spa here. So as you can imagine, we have really decadent lovely spa services, state-of-the-art fitness and yoga studios, Pilates, a spin studio, indoor and outdoor pools. So the list goes on, and the facilities here are really fantastic. We are located about miles from New York City and about 130 miles from Boston. So it's about a 2-hour drive in from Boston or a 2.5-hour train ride from New York. And I often suggest clients do take a train ride if they can from New York. It's a beautiful trip along the Hudson River, and it's actually quite a relaxing way from this property. It's a great add-on trip to a New York City stay. And then, of course, it's a wonderful drive-in market for guests that are in nearby cities and towns. So we see a lot of guests coming in for like fall foliage and adding on to Canyon Ranch for dinner, leafy feeding, and things like that. We recently renovated our guest rooms in Lenox as well. They were renovated a few years ago, and they are very new in style. As you see, pictured here, a beautiful library. So they offer all the wonderful restorative benefits that all of our resort do, and very tranquil places to relax. So moving to our Woodside property, our newest gem in the Canyon Ranch town, we're so excited about this beautiful retreat space. As I mentioned, we opened in 2019. And this retreat space is a little different. It's a little smaller than our two Cunard limits properties at only 38 rooms, 24 of which are beautiful treehouse style accommodations right in the heart of the redwood. So you can step right out onto your balcony and enjoy your coffee and just feel like you're right in the trees. One of the things they incorporated into the architectural design of this property is this feeling of rising and falling and sleeping with the circadian rhythm. So as you can note, if you look at the pictures here, there are not actually lines on the windows, and that is intentional, as it is encouraged to rise and sleep with the sun. So when we say we really restore nature here, we mean it. We have wonderful outdoor opportunities. We really take advantage of the surrounding area. We have an amazing obstacle course, a fitness course, right on property, where we also do things like outdoor yoga. We incorporate a lot of farm-to-table experiences and gardening experiences, such as our preserves class and things like that with our executive chef. I should mention, it says it below, but we are situated in Woodside, California, for about 30 minutes from San Francisco, and almost equal distance from Silicon Valley and San Jose Airport as well. Of course, there's amazing hiking and biking. We have an amazing integrated wellness team as well. So outdoor guides, wonderful estheticians and spa practitioners, and other wellness professionals that do our various hosted events. Really an amazing place to retreat and totally focus on yourself. We have a smaller spa facility with only 5 treatment rooms, but it is absolutely stunning. And beautiful whirlpools and dry sauna. So some really unique features of this property is. As I mentioned, our culinary program is really outstanding. Chef Isabel is our executive chef, and she knows all the Bay Area purveyors. She sources everything locally, so she's incorporating some amazing local treats into our cuisine, as well as our drinking program, our beverage program. So we have natural biodynamic wines. We also do events with dinners in the area so that we can taste test and do a fireside chat with a vineyard and things like that. All of our really amazing groups, and of course Woodside is no exception. We have amazing gathering spaces throughout our properties that provide really comfortable and beautiful areas for either breakout discussions and things like that if you're an executive group, or for girlfriend getaways. You can do really fun, private pop-up experience with spa services and things like that. We do private hikes, and if you can dream it, we can certainly put it together for you and create a really customized, fun group experience. And then by virtue of our daily programming, of course, we have wonderful group fitness classes and creative arts classes and things like hiking and painting. So the options are truly endless. We have wonderful group experiences that you can enjoy camping ranch with your friends and family as well. And then, of course, so thrilled to have a partnership with Community Wellness Travel, and Sandra, I just love working with you, and I hope to welcome your very valued clients to our resorts. As a client of Community Wellness Travel, we really roll out the red carpet for you and give you some wonderful little perks and amenities, and we do just hope to welcome you soon to some of our resorts.
Terrific, terrific. I'm gonna come back in here. Actually, we're gonna switch it so we stay on the same side as we were. Thank you so much.
Yes. Am I still sharing my screen, or?
Nope, you got it off. Nope, you got it off. You got it off. So let me just put these back up. So one of the viewers, or one of my friends' clients, said that he learned to eat baked potatoes with mustard back in 1985.
Oh, I love that.
So, and I yeah, it sounds good. I would even do that still. And I think I mentioned to you that when I was there in the 90s, in the mid 90s, that was the first time I had a non-dairy milk. I didn't like
That's
it.
right.
I didn't like it then, but now, 25 years later, that's all I use on anything. So it was a
That's
very
great. I love hearing guest stories like that because over the years, obviously, health and wellness advice changes, and things change as we find out more evidence of different things. And some of the stuff I hear about that was talking about creating stuff will change. Like I think at one point, one said we're restricted to under 900 calories during one of their first Cunard Ranch days. So I make sure everyone knows that that's not at all the way this is at Cunard Ranch anymore. The way our culinary program works, really order as much as you want. But maybe you already have a service as a nutritionist who helps to customize food plan for you. You can start incorporating some of that knowledge immediately upon into dining. So it's more about guidance. You don't tell anybody that they can or can't eat anymore.
I also remember having one of my very first star sightings there. I remember seeing at the pool Joanne Woodward, Paul Newman's wife.
Oh, yeah.
And I learned from your colleague that they were regulars at around that time and came by regularly to Canyon Ranch in Lenox. This was in Lenox. So
one of the nice things to get quite a few guests like that, and nobody ever knows. It's all a well-kept secret.
And very low key. There was like no, if I hadn't known what she looked like, I never would have noticed or picked up on it. So let's see if I have a bunch of questions, but let me see if any of the viewers that we have any questions. If you do, go ahead and add them to the comments. If you have any questions for Naomi or for me, this is a great opportunity. We get to really ask her anything about the experiences. But while we're waiting for that, I had a few questions. When in Woodside, the tree houses certainly are very appealing. I've been dreaming about those ever since I've heard about them. Is it guaranteed that you get a tree house, or can you ensure that ahead of time that of the?
Yes, great question. You would book into a treehouse room. So we have 24 treehouse rooms inside and 14 retreat rooms that are part of the main lodge.
Okay, and
so this is
go ahead.
Premium for the treehouse rooms.
Got it. Okay, and then with the art classes that you said you have there, what kind of art classes? Is it just painting? Yeah. Is it pottery? Is it drawing? What does art classes mean exactly?
Yeah, so it runs the gamut. Some of our most popular classes are things like jewelry making and beading. We do a wonderful watercolor class. We've done the watercolor class before with mocktails as well, so kind of a paint and sip, if you will. We also do a paint and hike. So that's a really cool experience. We work with a photographer that will also take us out on a photography hike and actually help them learn how to use their iPhones to frame photographs in nature the right way. So that was a fun one. I did that class and I actually learned a lot. It goes well beyond just a rule of thirds. You can actually really frame up a photo a lot better after that class. We do a variety. We've done scarf making classes and a variety of different art mediums.
Is scarf making learning how to knit? Is that knitting?
Yeah, so we've done knitting classes. So that we've knitted scarves before. We've also done more modern take on tie-dye, where you can actually tie-dye your own scarf as well, silk scarf. I'm trying to think. Those are some of my favorites that really stood out. There are quite a few.
Okay, and I saw one of the activities was archeology. I think that was in the Tucson location. Can you explain a little bit what that means?
Yes. So one of our outdoor guides, Randy, is just exceptional. He was an outdoor guide for a youth group years prior for chubby youth. So he has a variety of survival skill type background in this sort of thing. So we do primitive fire making and things like that. And the archeology one, I believe he teamed up with like a local paleontologist, someone with that background. And so he's the outdoor guide, but then the paleontologist actually explaining, how one would scout fossils and showing those kind of fossilized animal remains and things like that. So you're really learning a lot about nature.
That's super cool. I had no idea that that could be part of the Canyon Ranch experience. So I'm glad I caught that on your slide. Okay, another question I had in Lenox. I saw something about the Shakespeare Company. About cultural things. I think I know where the Rockwell Museum is. Is that the one in Arlington, Vermont?
The Norman Museum is actually in Lenox.
Oh, there's one in Lenox because I know there's one in Arlington too. Because he lived in East Arlington, Vermont. My family had a home in Manchester, so not too far from Lenox, and we actually got to know some of the older people who, as children, were models for Norman Rockwell. So I didn't know there was another museum. Yeah, and they actually looked the same as they did when they were kids. I mean, it was like it was sort of weird. So in East Arlington in southern Vermont, they have a museum, but they have one in Lenox as well.
Yes. Yeah, they do have one in Lenox. It's really cultural up there, and it's increased in popularity so much in like even the last decade. So you've got like Shakespeare and Company there in the summertime, Tanglewood, and you have all these outdoor concerts and events. Jacob's Pillow is another theater group. Edith Wharton's house is right down the road. That's a beautiful place to visit. Norman Rockwell Museum. And then around the lake, you have all these old mansions from like the Rockefellers and the Cunard and all these families that are just in and of themselves really beautiful architectural properties to visit and see. So there's a lot to do.
That's great. And is that year round or just more in the summertime, or are there things to do in the winter as well in Lenox? I mean, I know you have a lot of winter sports because of where it is up in northwestern Massachusetts. Yeah. But in terms of cultural things, just curious.
Yes. So that's a great question. It's really mostly concentrated in the summertime there. Some of the facilities I believe do close in the winter, but are probably open throughout most of fall and spring. I mean, I myself have visited some of those other museums and facilities in other parts of the year, not just summertime. But most of the cultural events, like concerts and things like that, are definitely happening in summertime.
Okay.
And that is truly our peak season, our busiest time.
I bet the fall is very pretty too up there, though.
Oh, the fall foliage in Lenox is like nothing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Really one of the premium spots for leaf peeping.
Yeah. Okay, one of our viewers, Ian, he was the one who said about the mustard. He's also asking about the facility that you had at Miami Beach. He said he recalls it was at the Carolyn, and that I actually also went there myself in 2013. So that no longer exists in the Canyon Ranch portfolio?
That's correct. Yeah, we ceased management of that property. I want to say it was back in 2016 or so that we. Around that time, and another management company took over.
And that was at the same time that you opened up Woodside with the tree houses, then, or was that like the?
Well, Woodside opened a few years later.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you also work with some cruise lines as well. I know Cunard. You work with them on their cruises and offering services. Are there any others that you work with?
Not currently. That's something I think we're just going to reevaluate moving forward.
I remember hearing a vice president at Cunard at a New York Times travel show up at the Jacob Javits Center last year. And I think the panel was about wellness, and that's all he talked about. Because your brand is so, like, he wanted to be affiliated with the brand because it's so well known. He's like, and on our ships, we've partnered with Canyon Ranch. So I wanted to see if that was still the case and still going on. One other question I had is if I have a client that is really struggling with getting good quality sleep, which of the locations are maybe have a great sleep program in order for you to learn the lifestyle skills and sort of the environmental changes that you can make to really improve your sleep? Because I think a lot of us are sleep deprived after what we've all been through. Is there one facility that specializes more than another that would be really good for that kind of need?
Yeah, so I would definitely recommend either Tucson or Lenox locations. In Tucson, for instance, we even have like a dedicated week for our sleep study. We also have the heart math, like a smart sleep smart watch that connects to an app that can monitor you throughout the night, so that when you're working with our physician the next day, they can look at all the analytics from your sleep patterns the night before. And our sleep program is quite comprehensive. So it really takes all the data about your current sleeping situation, and we work one-on-one with an MD to evaluate that data and put real prescriptions, so to speak, like real sleep prescriptions together for you.
And I
so it goes beyond just, the things that we all know about, the darkness and coldness and everything.
Yeah.
And your sleep environment.
Ideally, is that a 4-day program, a 5-day program, or a 7-day program?
Our sleep program is designed so you can really have prescriptions, so to speak, of how to start incorporating best practices after like 3 or 4 nights.
And actually, related to that, can you talk a little bit about the pre and post contact that Canyon Ranch offers that really enhances and deepens, I think, the experience there? You're not just there for the 5 days, right? You get a phone call at the beginning, even before you arrive, and then you get what kind of support afterwards. Talk about both those components for the viewers.
Yeah, that's a really good thing to bring up, because, about 30 days prior to any guest stay, they'll be contacted by our program advisors, who are a team of really like lifestyle concierge. So they'll go through and ask the guests what their goals and intentions are for their stay. They'll spend a lot of time either on the phone or email, whatever the guest is most comfortable with, going over what kind of services and activities would best meet goals and intentions. And that's one way we really customize and curate a guest stay prior to their arrival. Those same program advisors are on property, easily accessible in the locale within the spa building. So guests that are already on property enjoying their stay can visit with our program advisors throughout and make tweaks or adjustments to their schedule, add services, that sort of thing. And then after their stay, we have quite a few at-home consultations with our experts. So, it goes well beyond just, as I know you experienced during your stay, where, you really circle back to the physician or the nutritionist that you had met with, and go over what that program looks like for you, and make sure you're incorporating those things into your life, and touch base with you and really make sure they're still holding your hand between stays.
That was true when I went in 2013 to the facility in Miami. I specifically remember having really good follow up with both the nutritionist and the person I worked with on my posture. I actually had 2 sessions to work on my posture because I have chronic pain on and off, and he determined that one of the issues was that I was having my muscles do some of the, even though I'm a yoga therapist, I still was able to learn something. He does something, the McKenzie method was the thing that he was trained in, and so I learned a lot about that, and actually was able to incorporate some things. And he followed up with me a couple of times to make sure that I didn't have any questions, and that I was, had really understood what I was supposed to be doing, and that I was in fact doing it as well. So a little bit of accountability there that was really appreciated. What about for cooking classes? Are all the 3 places pretty equal in terms of if somebody really wants to learn how to cook healthy? I think maybe many of us are sick of cooking for ourselves because we haven't been able to go out. Or maybe we've been cooking for ourselves, but maybe not very well. Or maybe we've just been ordering in from DoorDash the entire time of the quarantine. So what are the best, in terms of the facilities for learning how to up-level your cooking skills so that you can be healthier and know how to do those things? Are they all pretty equal in terms of the 3 facilities?
Yeah, so at all 3 facilities, we offer amazing hands-on cooking experience.
Oh, I just lost her. Hang on. Hang on. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
That's okay.
Welcome back.
Did I just disappear?
Yes, you did. Mid-sentence. You started to talk about the 3 facilities.
Okay.
About in the cooking.
Just disconnected, so I'm back.
Okay. Good.
Well, I was going to say that, yes, at all 3 facilities, we have wonderful culinary and some culinary experiences. In Tucson and London, we've got a full demonstration kitchen. So it's this amazing kind of dining facility, if you will, that's been completely redesigned with like vantage mirrors and a full kitchen, a full sort of chef's kitchen. So it looks like in one of those HGTV or actual setup, so like a cooking network setup. So you watch the chef, during one of our cooking demonstrations, create one of our wonderful recipes, and then you enjoy it with everybody in the dining room afterwards. And then in addition to that kind of cooking demo we offer daily, we offer that at noon daily actually. We also do a hands-on cooking class where guests can dive in with the chef and learn a recipe from scratch, get their hands dirty with it, and have fun. And those are about 2 hours sort of activities that we offer as hands-on cooking.
And is that one-on-one, the 2-hour session, if you do that, or is that a small group?
So it's actually offered as a small group experience in the afternoon or immersion sorts. But you can also book in hands-on cooking class private with the group as well.
Okay, great. It looks like there aren't any other questions, so I have 2 more, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I saw that the number 1,500 activities, or is that activities and treatments, or is that just treatments? Is it? I wasn't just clarify. If the 1,500 sounds like a lot to choose from, is that both activities and treatments, or just activities?
It's a very impressive menu we offer. We have a guide to services that is for each resort that is about 68 pages long. And I've never heard that stat 1,500, but that honestly sounds about right. I've done a lot of our services, learned about them. We're always adding in the meetings, so we're adding new ones, and 1,500 wouldn't surprise me.
So
the breadth and depth of our programming is stunning.
Other than the archaeology one, is there anything else that people might be surprised to learn is possible to learn or experience? Like anything that's really other than that kind of weird and quirky?
Yeah, I think our primitive fire making one was always like a weird, fun, and quirky. The fact that we have underwater treadmills was always like a standout for people because for folks that were maybe rehabilitating from a sports injury or maybe also just had some mobility issues and wanted to run and wanted to do the same kind of movements that you would do on land, but underwater you're able to do so much better, especially if you're like nursing an injury or rehabilitating. So, and they just look cool. They're in the pool. I've never seen a treadmill in underwater like that before, so that's a pretty cool one.
Is that at Tucson?
Yes, that's in Tucson.
Okay.
And I feel like every time I do my own stay at Canyon Ranch, I learn something new. That's one of the neatest things about Canyon Ranch, that because of like the depth of our programming, you can dive into so many different things like the metaphysical or the spirituality piece that I never would have probably thought out on my own, but doing some of those services that are a little bit more esoteric and fun and interesting really expands your mind.
Actually, now that you mention it, I think I had my tarot cards read for the first time at Canyon Ranch.
There you go.
That was like the one kind of offbeat thing that I remember that I had scheduled on my during my stay there. I don't remember how long I stayed. I think I have the file somewhere. I know I have the file of my stay with all the follow-up stuff right here from 2013.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I have all the menus and all the tests and everything right here, the exercise physiology. So I got a lot of take-home homework.
Very cool.
and stuff to do. And that was what, like 8 years ago, and I still have it. That's how valuable it was. And I just moved. I got rid of a lot of stuff. I did not get rid of. I did not get rid of that. So
That's wonderful.
well, thank you so much for joining me. We're just at about 45 minutes in. I think people probably have gotten their fill. Let me show you one last thing. Actually, I'm going to share a post that we put together about the different pathways, a little bit of history about Canyon Ranch. This is just right now on our blog. So if you want to learn more about some of their pathways, you can go here and click on the Learn More button. Naomi was kind enough to forward to us their 2-pagers for each of these. And they have offerings even beyond this. So whatever you feel like you need, you get in touch with me, and Naomi and I will figure out a way to get that wellness need met. You just click here at the bottom on the Plan Your Trip to start the process, and we would love to get you started whenever you're ready to travel. These are all domestic, so you don't have to worry about getting a COVID test before or getting a COVID test 3 days before you come back. All these wonderful activities are available right now in the United States and easy to get to. So I can't wait to go back. I've never been to the Tucson one, and the one in Woodside, obviously. Yeah. I said the with the tree houses, that's one that definitely appeals as well. And also, I like the fact that it's a little smaller too.
Yeah, it's a very intimate retreat property, and really special and beautiful there at the Redwoods. The Redwoods have a quiet sort of tranquility that can't replicate anywhere else. It's really special.
I gather, I would think that given that location, you may cater a lot to Silicon Valley types. Is that the case? In fact, they seem like they would need a lot of wellness.
Yeah, we do. Actually, it's one of our largest markets right now, our largest demographic that we see coming into the retreat property. So it's nice. The facility lends itself well for buyouts too, and having large groups. So it works out really nicely for private retreats.
So they do corporate wellness retreats there.
We do, yes.
So that's good to know.
Yeah, all three properties that, but in Woodside, definitely that. A lot of the tech companies in the area are using it for that reason.
And I know you mentioned it in Tucson, you have villas, so people could do a buyout of the villa and create like their own safe pod and travel together and have their own wellness experience in an extended group. If you've been missing your friends and you want to do something like that, either for a birthday party or simply to celebrate our reemergence after quarantine, that's a nice way to do it, I would think.
It is, absolutely. So it just is like a little enclave within the resort. So it really provides a beautiful opportunity for groups to kind of have their own private area and their private space clustered amongst each other. So it's really great for that.
Okay, that's great. Last call for questions. Any other questions from our viewers tonight? If you have any questions or you're watching a recording of this, either here on Facebook or possibly on YouTube, you can still ask questions. You can go ahead and put them in the comments, and I will circle back around to cover, make sure any outstanding queries are handled. You can also write to us directly at hello@premierwellnesstravel.com if you need to. Again, the website is simply premierwellnesstravel.com. You can go there. If you just click on the blog, you'll find the post about Canyon Ranch. It's the most recent one, so it's right there and readily accessible. You can also search for it and it'll come up if you're watching this later. And Naomi, thank you so much. Do you have any final words?
Thank you. No, I think, we all could use a little wellness in our lives this year, and I hope to welcome all of you to Canyon Ranch soon.
And I don't know if I know you had a slide about this, but if you book through me as a Virtuoso advisor, you get all these amenities too. You get these extras, right? So what are some of those specific extras that you get if you book through me? I always tell people you're leaving money on the table if you're not using me, because I can get things extra.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So in addition to always setting the absolute best available rate that we offer, your clients also will receive an additional $100 spa allowance that they can use towards any treatments or services. An upgrade upon check-in, it's available. and a wonderful welcome amenity from myself and the team back at the property. And in addition to that, we'll always do early check-in and late check-out as long as it's available.
Okay, great. Thank you for going over that. I forgot to mention that. That's kind of important. So thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for
letting
us
know, we always extend a warm welcome to all of our guests, but we'll take very good care of your plans.
Well, thank you.
Visit us, of course.
Thank you. All right. Well, everybody have a good night. Next week, we're going to be welcoming Amon for our Sips and Spotlights. We're excited about that too. But I'm very pleased because I have a personal relationship with Canyon. I've been there a couple of times that Naomi agreed to be our very first guest in our series. And I just really want to give you a really warm thank you for that. So Amy says thank you as well. So thank you for those who tuned in. And again, if you're watching later, feel free to still ask questions or to reach out if you need to. Here's to wellness. Let's all find our way to wellness, right? Cheers. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thank you, Sandra.